You think we're gonna beat all these games?
I have a question for you, everyone.
What's that, Vaughn?
Head to the tech room.
Oh, wait. Play as Vader? Yes.
Nice.
I answered it for you. Don't worry.
How would you spell the onomatopoeia of Vader's breathing sound?
Probably
We'll need to take out the security mainframe
C-
from the bridge before we can gain access.
C, something with C's, G's, and H's for like the, and then something like a P.
I always heard it kind of as like Kol Pa.
Oh yeah, that's pretty close to I think how I'd.
Like how a Japanese person would abbreviate cold pack.
A cold pack of what?
Like a ice pack from a
Oh, I got you.
from a pharmacy. A cold pack. A cold compress, if you want to get fancy. Vaughn, there was an amazing announcement made for the PlayStation 4
Tell me, I don't.
that has
think I'm familiar
absolutely
with it.
nothing to do with Star Wars. Probably one of the most unexpected things you could possibly ask me. Like, what's the most unexpected thing that they could announce for the PS4? If you gave me a lot of time, I would maybe come up with this. They're going to remake 13.
Like the game
for
13?
the PS4,
That
yes.
we played?
That we played with Justin? Yes.
What?
They're gonna remake
That's
that
awesome.
for PS4. Like, I can't express to you how unlikely I would have guessed that would be.
Yeah, that is
Like, between licensing
That's
all of
a long
those
shot.
licensing all those famous actors,
What was the
and the
who
fact
made
that the
again?
game wasn't super popular. I think it might have been Ubisoft actually,
Ubisoft is kind of on a roll at the moment.
but I'd have to double check. I don't remember if it was them or not.
in the
It wasn't a nobody studio. I know that.
Ubisoft is like the studio, like the AAA studio that I feel like sometimes makes good decisions. Like that routinely has better PR. Like not that they're great, but like in terms like EA always has shitty, horrible press. They're always making like really bad decisions.
Yeah, that make
Like
people
Ubisoft
mad.
is like the one where it's like, okay, I know that you're sometimes really scummy, but like occasionally Ubisoft makes really cool choices.
Sure.
Like the whole thing about
I mean, a company like
have you been following the Notre Dame thing?
yeah,
Ubisoft is donating like, you know, some million amount of dollars to like help restore it, and they're offering up all of their like digital recreations of
right,
Disable the turbine
Of the
to clear
church.
our way to the terminal.
or the cathedral
right,
that they used. Like someone spent literally 2 years of their life
yeah,
making sure that the exact one-to-one recreation for Assassin's Creed Unity was like perfect, like
Yeah.
down to like every brick and every piece of artwork on every wall.
yeah.
And they're like offering that up for
Yeah, I think
their
that's really
use.
cool. I also think it's really interesting that the people who are
what I destroyed it.
undertaking rebuilding Notre Dame are like allowing themselves to use
What the
that
fuck?
as a source.
Oh, I have
Shoot
to
the-
pick it up.
Take the access
yeah.
code to the tech room terminal.
Say that again.
I think I find it somewhat surprising, and not that I don't think they should necessarily, but I find it somewhat surprising that the people, that whoever it is that's undertaking rebuilding Notre Dame is willing to use a video game as a source.
Right. That is like
And
a,
that they
a
don't,
viable
yeah, that
thing.
they don't think that it's like too sacred
Yeah.
to allow that or something.
Because like, say what you will about the Assassin's Creed games, but like, they really do try to like make those like living, breathing recreations.
Yeah.
Like if you play like Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, like you feel like you're walking around ancient Rome, or not ancient Rome, but like Renaissance
Yeah.
Rome, and like you feel like you're in all these places.
Yeah.
Like they do at least pride themselves in like the really sophisticated level design and such.
Right.
The access code to the tech room terminal.
Yeah, I don't really
real
have any
close.
beef. I don't have any beef with Ubisoft.
Nice work.
I mean,
Now let's clear
it
those
stinks
rebels out
when
of the escape
people
pod.
try to
Whoa.
rush games out or whatever,
You see
but
that bolt like right behind me?
yeah, Kylo Ren froze it.
Find and capture Princess Leia, bring her. All right, so Leia is like a boss. Like we have to. This is kind of like a boss battle, sort of.
That's really interesting.
Yeah. So we have to find her, and I have no idea where she's going to be because this game doesn't tell you.
That looks like a room that somebody should be in.
It does.
Oh, so this is a new session. Last session we were talking about what we thought the next thing to be announced from the Star Wars camp would be.
Something came.
And then we got it. Yeah. We got a teaser for episode 9. What are your reactions to that, Vaughn?
I haven't watched it a lot. I'm sure a lot of people have like poured over it.
Sure. Well, I think those people are already making a mistake.
Yeah.
Those are the people that I constantly am fed up with in Star Wars fandom because they're just trying way too hard.
Right.
And they should just enjoy it for what it is.
Sweet. Gunslinger. Oh god, this guy's like in my business.
Yep.
All of them are in my business. Get out of here.
He's trying to get in your office.
Oh my god! No! Office closed. Office hours over. Jesus. Oh my god! Stop it.
This is great though because they're not hitting you.
No.
You just got a reward weapon.
I think I just got War Hero, which is like the highest thing you can get.
That's awesome. And that guy's like healing you while you're shooting them.
Yeah, and it was giving me ammo. Oh, was that Leia? Was she just shooting me?
No. Does she have a yellow gun?
She does, yeah.
Oh, then maybe it was her.
Oh
my god.
Guys.
Are these guys just gonna keep coming?
I think so. I gotta get out of here.
Jesus. They just stay in there.
I'll let them continue their little party. Got him.
God, where was that big gun when the Rebel Alliance needed it? They didn't have any of those in the movie.
Rocket launchers.
Yeah, the giant freaking missile on their shoulder.
We could have used one on the Tantive, probably.
Yeah, they could have used them. You were having some difficulty navigating this level before.
Yeah.
So let's see if you can.
Don't. It says to just find and capture. That's. I mean, this is pretty much as good as I could ask for right now. I have no reinforcements, but I have all the awards, so...
Yeah, so
I'm
you're
as
going to be
strong as
hard
I
to
can
kill.
be. Yeah.
I mean, there she is, yeah.
Okay, don't die. I almost died there. Oh! Okay. We're gonna heal.
You looking for health?
Yeah. We're gonna, because I think, okay, now it's good to know that that's where she is, and she just kind of spawns there and stays.
Yeah.
So we'll get ready.
Whew. Does this guy give you ammo too, you said?
This guy's just giving me health.
Oh, the ammo guy was the separate machine in that other room.
there were two droids right next to each other. Sometimes they'll both be in the same spot.
Got it.
Sometimes it's just one or the other.
Well, I enjoyed
you enjoyed it?
episode 9 teaser because I was able to watch it at face value. Mm-hmm. Like I strongly feel that people should. Yeah, I think it looks promising. Like, obviously there's a lot of different ways it could go because of the way it's been set up. You know, like
I'm gonna cheese her. See if I can cheese her.
Episode 7 was kind of
what? Get out of here.
Cookie cutter, and episode 8 was like totally different, and there's like these polarizing feelings.
Oh, she's getting wrecked.
About them.
Don't you grenade me. Okay, good.
So a lot of people want different things out of episode 9, so it's kind of almost already like they can't please everybody.
I got her. V-Boy defeated Princess Leia.
That's
that happened in the
movies. She just disappears. Yeah. A random stormtrooper.
Oh, but she left us a couple sodas.
Had a grenade battle.
Dude, she knows about the boys. She left a soda.
Yeah,
for
dude.
us. She's conscientious.
If you attack, you better leave a snack.
Right. If you attack, you better leave a snack.
Yeah.
Austin 2019. Oh man. I mean, I'm excited. So
yeah, I'm excited too. I mean, I'm not in the camp of people that hated episode 8.
Mm-hmm.
I thought episode was neat. I thought it took things in a different direction. Mm-hmm. It explored character development. I mean, I wouldn't say it's a perfect movie by any means. There was a lot of
there were some issues.
There was a lot of criticisms I could make if I tried. But overall, I enjoyed it by not thinking too hard about it.
So I keep seeing things that's like, oh, this ends the Star Wars, the trilogies.
Right, the Skywalker saga.
That's what it does? Okay.
Yeah.
And then there's going to be something else.
The 9 episodes is considered the Skywalker saga.
And then there's going to be something else different, like a trilogy of.
Have they
something
announced
else.
that?
Isn't that what's been teased? Like a.
I don't know. I mean, I would love for them to do that. That'd be really cool.
I think
they just need to stay away from this point in the timeline.
Yeah,
Because
they need
it's
to
just
start something
going to
new.
get so messy. You know, if they were to come at it from scratch like the MCU, where they could like make up the canon all in advance and then spell it out over a bunch of movies, you know, it probably could have turned out really great. But that's not the way that it happened. They have to like do it all as they go, and it's super messy, and there's a lot of retconning. And
I mean, if you think about the way that they've made the movies, like the way that they've jumped all over,
yeah,
just in that short timeline,
yeah,
is pretty wild. So yeah, I think it's good to end it and move on to something.
Oh yeah,
different.
Yeah, I mean, the more they try
The
to
heavy transport
improve
will
that,
find
the more they're just gonna like
they can jump to
fail.
hyperspace.
Destroy their transports. Okay. Can do.
So this is a air mission.
By air you mean space.
Pew. Pew. Yeah, a space mission. Bomb this loaf of bread.
But Austin, bombs in space don't drop like somewhere with gravity.
Ooh, upside down.
Got him.
Nice.
That's one.
Always thought these ships look really funny.
So I think this is everyone trying to escape from Yavin. I don't know where exactly this would fall.
The rebels are attempting to send
This
out
battle is one of the battles
forces
that's like
attacking
referenced
our galaxy.
Yeah.
Destroy them.
in V-Boy died. This is referenced in, I think, the first movie.
I think so, yeah.
Definitely in the second movie, if not. Because this is where... Is this where Biggs and Wedge, like, earned their stripes?
I think so. That sounds right.
And I feel like Luke references that. Oh, just flying through that ship.
Yeah, once you destroy it, you know, it's not really there. Physics, man.
Games.
Oh, but that was a common episode 8 dig was, but the bombs, they're in space, they don't drop.
Yeah. Yeah, except it's Star Wars and they're on a ship where there's gravity and they're walking around in the ship. Also an issue.
Yeah, there's plenty of issues.
People
to
are
go around.
so annoying. Like, you're supposed to be in a constant state of suspended disbelief when you're watching a fantasy film. Why do so many people forget that?
Yeah, there's also not wizards,
Yeah, it needs to
at
be
Hogwarts.
it needs to be believable, but
Show them no mercy.
but not.
yeah.
I think my criticisms are solely story criticisms. I think they could have just been done a lot of things better.
Okay.
It's like strictly my.
I mean, I think it's totally valid to criticize the direction that they took the story in.
Yeah.
You know, if you don't like that, that's fine. But I don't know. I get really upset with a lot of the people who are like, well, that's not Luke Skywalker. That's not what Luke Skywalker would have done. It's like, all right, well, the Luke Skywalker you know, I don't know. We've already kicked this horse to
Yeah, we
death,
have.
so we probably shouldn't get into it again. But yeah, I'm hopeful for Episode 9. I think J.J. Abrams did a really good job of, you know, remaking the first Star Wars and capturing that kind of excitement. And I know a lot of people are already saying that they're afraid that this movie's going to be a remake of Return of the Jedi because there's like desert scenes.
Oh, sure.
But I don't know. I think the likelihood of that is pretty low.
Weaken their fighter presence.
Clear their
Okay.
fighters out and be quick about it. We haven't any time to spare.
Oh, well, almost restarted the mission.
I just feel like the
Okay.
I gave up. He just lands on the ship. I think it's interesting that the title of the film seems to be either a spoiler or a misdirection. I think it's
And I can't tell which it's really supposed to be.
well, I mean, because there's only one Skywalker left. And it's Ben Solo. So, yeah. And then there's people freaking out about, like, the Emperor laugh at the end of the trailer.
Yeah.
Like, what the heck? He was clearly dead. Which I also find pretty confusing.
Come on. Shit.
Nope. My first theory was, well, maybe it's a Force ghost. But somebody else I was talking to was like, well, Siths can't appear as Force ghosts. Only good guys can appear as Force ghosts because they are like... But if you look at all the movies, it's apparently true. Like, the bad guys never appear as Force ghosts. Anakin only appears as a Force ghost after he's, like...
Redeemed
himself, yeah. So, I don't know. Could be true.
Fuck. Thanks, Lan.
Or like, oh, well, Snoke was the Emperor. Like, what? No.
just no.
I don't know. Yeah, the speculations are abounding. It'll be interesting to see once we get the first actual trailer, since this was branded as a teaser. It certainly did that job. It did tease. But watching Rey, like, force flip over a TIE fighter that's skimming across the sand was pretty fucking badass. You think they'll try to make another Battlefront game to piggyback off of it?
Oh, yeah.
Battlefront 3?
They probably will.
But not the one that everyone wants.
The one that should have been.
Yeah. I mean, if they could make that game, that'd be something. Is there any strategy to your choice of different ships here?
It recommends using the TIE Interceptor, which is like the really light, fast one. That obviously is supposed to be a dogfighter.
Sure.
But it just gets shot down.
It's really weak.
Yeah.
So the TIE fighter is like slower but more durable?
Yeah, it's like a middle ground where it's not necessarily a bomber, it's not necessarily a fighter.
Sure.
It's kind of, it can do a little bit of both, just not as well. But the armor is really what is helping.
Yeah, I really don't like...
Got him!
Oof. I really don't like how the TIE fighter is a completely nonsensical design that wouldn't work in aeronautics. Oh wait, it's Star Wars. Calm down, people.
Oh, damn.
The bombs wouldn't fall. No shit! The lightsaber wouldn't work either, and the blaster wouldn't work. Like, God. Nobody would be walking around on ships. None of it would work. It's friggin' Star Wars. Just stop. On a lighter note, it's going to be old news by the time this goes up, but the dramatic conclusion of the Marvel Cinematic Universe up to this point is taking place this week. Arguably a more momentous...
Is it coming out?
Yeah.
I didn't...
Endgame.
I didn't realize that it's
arguably
like,
the most highly
here.
anticipated cinematic experience with the most moving parts, certainly.
Wow.
It's arguable about whether or not it's the most anticipated because Star Wars, but it's definitely not arguable that it has the most moving parts. Like, this is like the 26th or 27th movie or something like that, that all is a piece of the same story.
How much of that do you think you have witnessed?
Well, I've seen all the movies.
You have? Okay.
Yeah. I've seen all the
Well done,
movies.
pilots.
So I'm up to speed.
We need to clear a path for our frigates to cover you. Use a TIE bomber to
I had to
destroy
do
the
some
heavy turrets.
frowned upon things in order to see Captain Marvel in time because that like just came out. But I have seen all the movies. I haven't seen them all like recently. I haven't like binge watched them or anything like that. But there's actually really well made, fan made like recaps.
Oh, sure.
That get put out.
2 turrets remaining.
But I don't usually watch those. Because I don't want... I much prefer actually to just watch the movie at face value. And then after the fact, have somebody else be like, oh, and then did you notice the blah, blah, blah was so-and-so's blah, blah, blah? And I'll be like, oh, no, I didn't notice that. rather than like watching a recap and it's like, here's everything you need to know for Avengers Endgame. And so then I'm like looking for all of those things throughout the whole movie instead of just watching the movie.
Wait, what did that? I didn't read what that said. Destroy
the Alliance engines.
Okay.
What's that mean?
There's engines on the back of the ship. We gotta
things
take
with
out.
the big yellow glowing arrows above them. Yeah,
Yes.
shoot those. Get shot.
Yep, we're good there. This is, so far, seems to be the least frustrating of the space missions we've had to do so far.
Yeah, this one seems pretty chill. He says as he got blown to smithereens.
But we're not scrambling to get any of this done. Like, it's already, we still have 50 guys left.
What's the
We got
difference
plenty of time.
in soldier choice here if you're just getting in a ship?
The Marine has a machine gun and a rocket launcher, so if you're boarding the enemy ship, it's good.
Oh, but in this...
The pilot, though, has, if you're a pilot, while you're flying around, you auto-regen health.
Oh, as
So
in...
see how it's like going up slightly?
Oh, wow. So it makes way more sense to choose that.
Yeah, so unless you're landing or respawning in the enemy base, you pretty much always want to choose pilot.
Nice.
Though, undoubtedly, the Marine is better once you're in, like, the other hangar.
Right. Okay, I get it. It's interesting that it gives you a choice if you're only going to be flying.
Yeah, I don't know if we're going to be landing in the other hangar at all, even, in this. Doesn't seem like it.
It'd be crazy if there were spaceships this big.
Yeah.
Just like a huge frickin' dreadnought in space. There's
Where's that,
a
Elon? Come on.
Speaking of which, there's a rumor that Retro Studios is working on a Star Fox game.
Retro Studios. Who's that?
Retro Studios made Metroid Prime and Donkey Kong Country Returns.
Oh, okay.
So a lot of like reboots of existing Nintendo franchises that people really like. Mm-hmm. They're one of the few second-party developers that's still around, actually. Not a whole lot of those in today's industry.
Right. Who would be like the other, like Monolith?
Do they make games for other platforms?
I don't believe so.
Yeah. Yeah, so that'd be a good one.
Almost missed.
I don't think Platinum Games is second party anymore. I think they made a game for the PS4.
Second party would mean that's an outside studio, but
Yeah,
they
second
make only for
exactly
that.
Yeah. So it's exclusive to a console, but it is technically an external studio that is only influenced by what would be first party. You know, back in the day, it was Rare. Rare was the big second party giant, making all those awesome Nintendo games.
They're pretty good.
Yeah, they were.
Oh shit! One more. There we go. Just in the sun.
Wow,
for a second.
that was artsy.
I think we did it. That's 2 missions, 1 episode. How
Nice,
like that,
dude.
folks?
Very nicely done.
Too easy.
All right, folks. Well, next week I'll be back with Django, doing some stuff, shooting and rolling and jumping and jetpacking,
Game's gotten a little frustrating, hasn't it?
grunting.
But
That last mission was terrible.
there was a little boo boo where somehow we were pretty sure. What? There were only 5 guys on my team. Okay. Somehow it was
It's a
still
small fleet.
really easy.
Small fleet.
Yeah. But somehow it we thought we beat the mission, but we must not have, and it didn't save.
Yeah, so I got to
we
do
had
it again. It was great.
Treacherously grind through it again, but we got it. Don't worry, we did it off cam.
Yep, and we'll see you next week for some brand new stuff.
We will.
And then Vaughn will be back again. Stay tuned on Wednesday for some dramatic conclusions of Madden NFL 97 with Wesley.
Is it the NFC Championship or is it the AFC?
It'll be the NFC Championship.
NFC Championship.
With Vaughn. Very exciting. And then after that, the Super Bowl.
It's big stuff coming, people.
Stay tuned in the meantime.
Big stuff.
A lot of stuff for you to check out. Hit us up on Discord or Twitter if you want to say hello or
Instagram with the snack log.
make fun of us. Yeah.
Those are bad. Thanks. But yeah, we will catch you again soon.
Take care and stay well.